I wanted to take a moment and show you what I've done with these sample papers from Close to My Heart. I cut them with my Cricut, and then I took them and I folded them in half, and then I glued them together. And then I'm going to put them on the front of cards that probably don't have to be mailed. Now I saved one last set. Some of these have 8. Some of them have only 6. It just kind of depended on how many I got. My Cricut needs, it's a Cricut Maker, and it needs the new rubber rollers. And we were able to get this many cut before it finally died. So just let me, after I've made a few, let me show you kind of what I found that works. First, I started with a scoring board. I'm going to try to find the line that went from this tip, that's not really a tip, but from this dip to this tip. And I wasn't always accurate. And so then I decided to just fold them in half. So what I do is I match this rounded part up, and then I just kind of lay it down like that. Then I turn it over to make sure that it all matches, because I don't want the yellow showing. This color is called Tulip. It's one of my favorite colors that Close to My Heart ever came out with, because it's got some pink in the red. This is also Tulip, and I mostly have it here to hide the light reflection. So that is what I do. I fold them all in half, and then I'm just going to glue them. So let me just fold a couple, and I will show you how to glue them. Originally, I wanted to cut all these hearts out to sew together, like through here, a continuous string with my sewing machine, and then make a garland. And I could still do that later, but then I got into, hey, what if it's time to make Valentine's, right? So then I'm like, well, maybe I can make these hearts. I don't even know what they're called. It's kind of like bringing something old back, right? Because this is not a new technique. And they're not perfect. They're not perfect, but, and then okay, so this is how it looks. And then you just keep going. So, some of them are all the same pattern. Like this will be all the same. This one's all the same. It's all pink. This one though, the back side was pink and the front side was this aqua color, or the other way around. So anyway, I alternated them. So pink, aqua, pink, aqua. That's kind of cool. This one's another all pink. But then this one, I alternated the back sides. And I don't have, but I think 5. 1, 2, 3. That's all I had. This one, they're all stripes. And then in the middle, I did the more of the solid. This one is all red hearts, but on the back were the pinks. This one I alternated, they're front and back. So pink, aqua, pink, aqua, pink, aqua. And then this will be this. And then I do plan on doing something with these leftovers. You see, some of them I was able to get 8 out of when I wasn't as concerned about the direction. But like this one, I took the 2 off the side and made it 6 because I didn't want hearts sideways. And let me show you one more thing. Okay, this is what I store my 6x6 and some of my 6x8 papers in. In the back are all of my Close to My Heart papers, sample papers. So one of my goals this year is to use these. So I am pulling out papers that I think will work. This heart print was actually from a child's collection. I think it was called Animal Crackers or Animal Cookies, and that's what's got yellow on the back. I think part of it might be here, but see, like this pink will match, so I'll probably pull these. And used to, Close to My Heart had these papers that were thinner, and this was actually the main paper, and on the back would be a tone on tone. So I'm probably gonna pull some of these tone on tones, and then I'm gonna make some cards using this up. So, and then here it is. This is the Animal Crackers. Isn't it cute? Very cute. Very cute collection. So there's all kinds of papers in here that I can use. So I'm going to go through and find some, and then I'll come back and I'll show you. I think I'm going to make the cards look all the same so that they're consistent and it'll be easier to make. So let me get to that point. Hello there, I am back with my completed cards. It's kind of a rainy day, and so my lighting is not great, but I think it'll be okay. All right, so I finished my cards. I wanted to show them to you. I used a couple of dies. I don't know if this was from Close to My Heart. Maybe. And then just an old Spellbinders die to mat it. And so some of them have both. And most of them don't have anything on the inside yet. I will mat them. I will put a white cardstock in here. But I don't know who it's to, right? Here's one with a Colonial White, which was like a cream colored from Close to My Heart. There's this one. Some have bling and something on the back. And I used all of those sample papers. And I used some old Close to My Heart inks with the older, I don't know what you call it, packaging, but the older design. Here's one. And I have one more to make that I thought I was done, and I'm like, oh, I still have this to make. So I did find some actual scraps of this collection that I will make this one later, but I'm kind of over it. I mean, I made this is 8 cards. And the scraps, like the little bitty scraps, I will save for my friend Joni. She loves scraps, and so I didn't throw anything away, or only tiny little scraps. And then One of the stamp sets I used was from Keep It Simple, the Mason Jar Sentiments. It's such a good stamp set. I used it here. You Make Life Sweet. I used it on the back, the Made with Love. It has a mason jar too, and a mason jar die cut metal die set, and it also has a metal kind of like bracket frames that you can put these on, and that would have been cute to put that on the bracket on inside the card, but I did it. And then I really need a Valentine stamp. This is the only Valentine stamp I could find, and I know I must have another one, but that was it. And then I used this heart of flowers here. And then this didn't stamp out that well, but it is what it is. So I have got to now give a few of these away, but I just wanted to show them before they're not in my hands anymore. So I hope you have a great Valentine's Day, and use your stash. All right, bye-bye.